domestic football seasons.
That was the euphoria that engulfed the Boxbar Mini Stadium as Brikama United entertained Casa Sport, the Senegalese league champions, in a pre-season friendly match, lined up by the two sides to warm up ahead of the start of their respective domestic leagues. The pulsating 1-1 encounter was played in front of a sellout crowd as thousands of fans stormed the Boxbar Mini Stadium to cheer up their local lads against a formidable Casa Sport team, a dominant force in Senegalese football. The game was boosted by the presence of Father Goff, an iconic figure in Gambian sports, who set the ball rolling for what became a thrilling contest with a free-flowing attacking football from both teams, rarely seen in our football nowadays. Modunjai's first-half opener for the West Coast Region Giants was cancelled out by Casa Sports Lamin Fane's second-half header as the two sides shared the spoils. The Sateba boys got off to a bright start, with both Lamin Bojang and Yankuba Jaju wasting glorious chances in the early stages of the game. The visitors gradually found their rhythm, controlling possession and building their attack from the back, but wasteful in the final third. Karim Ben Baji and Dominic Mendy came close for the visitors, but his shot hit the upper side of the crossbar. Brikama's young goalkeeper, Mahmoud S. Bojang, also made a couple of splendid saves to keep his side in the game. The breakthrough came on the half-hour mark when Baseku Jaune was brought down in the box, and the central referee did not have a second thought, pointing to the spot. The clumsy tackle on Baseku resulted in the player sustaining a serious injury as he was stretched off by the medics with a broken ankle. The youngster would definitely face a lengthy layoff on the sidelines and may miss the better part of the new season, a worrying moment for coach Leman Kouyaté. But Modunjai stepped up to give Brikama United a half-time lead. Casa Sport responded after the break by bringing on Sahin Chun, Paul-Emile Tenden, and Pap Sane, some of their star names, in search of an equalizer. Their arrival caused all sorts of problems for the Brikama United defense, creating numerous havoc in the box. The Sateba boys did well to resist the pressure and could have been 2-0 up had it not been for this wasted opportunity by Sergio Fadera. At the other end, the visitors continued to wreak havoc, and after numerous missed chances, they finally got the equalizing goal on the 71st minute. A well-worked free kick at the edge of the box found Lamin Fane, who came flying with an unstoppable diving header to give the Zigansor-based team a deserved 1-1 draw. Both sides had chances to finish off the game in the remaining few minutes, but a draw was a fair result, much to a great game and a good test match for the two teams, with a quality display of attacking football, much to the likings of the fans, who were given value for their money. The performance of the Brikama United lads against the mighty Casa Sport looks promising as they prepare for the 2013 GFA League season. Mohamed S. Jallo, Grts Sports.
2016 Paralympic Games may look like a distant event from now, but the local Paralympic body is not taking anything for granted. Members of the National Paralympic Committee have gathered for a 3-day capacity building program thanks to the International Paralympic Federation, IPF. The forum has the main objective of preparing physically challenged athletes ahead of the Brazil Games following their encouraging performances in the London 2012 Paralympics.
After participating in the 2012 London Paralympics, the Gambia National Paralympics Committee for the first time benefited from a 3-day capacity building workshop courtesy of its umbrella body, the International Paralympics Committee. The training, which brought together physically challenged within the committee's purview, forms part of the GNPC's 4-year strategic plan, better prepare the body's athletes for the upcoming Rio 2016 Paralympic competition. The GNPC has this year witnessed tremendous triumph and recognition in the recently concluded Paralympic competition in England, where 2 of its athletes competed. This landmark development, acknowledged by Suleiman Koli, was supported by the President of the Republic.
2012 this year was the year that we have taken part in the Paralympic Games in London 2012. As my Secretary General outlined here, that it all happens through the enabling environment created and conducive for all by our able President of the Republic, Sheikh Professor Dr. Al-Haji Yahya Ejeje Jammeh, because he has been supporting us since 2007 when we traveled to Egypt for the Jaffa Games, and also our qualification and classification in Tunisia, which was fully sponsored by the President. That's what enabled us to take part in the London 2012 Paralympic Games. So that has led us to this development today, because now the Gambia's name is in the books of the international community for taking part in the Paralympic Games, And again, this workshop here is to develop a strategic development, a strategic plan for Gambia for the next 4 years.
After having been poorly represented in previous Paralympic competitions due to late preparations and financial bottlenecks over the years, this approach taken by the committee's president is deemed a decisive one, which delighted the IPC to fund the Capacity Enhancement Forum. As the training is premised on fine-tuning the committee's managerial policies and prepares their athletes for Rio 2012, the realization of this desired goal, according to Carol Enriquez, Development Officer IPC, is only possible if the participants deliberate fully on the training.
We'll see this during the next 3 days, and we will do a good work during the next days in order to establish a good plan to participate successfully in Rio in 2016. Topics that we want to talk about and develop points for the NPC is, of course, an analysis of the situation of the NPC. We use the instrument SWOT, so strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. We will then also look into the core business of the NPC. So what kind of work does the NPC do? How do they do it and why? So also the motivational factors. We will then also look into the strategic plan of the NPC. So it is about the strategic goals and objectives. We will then also look into the athlete's performance pathway. So what does an athlete need to develop from the starting level up to participation in Paralympic Games?
With this forum and more training packages said to be in the pipeline, there is a glimmer of hope that our Paralympians will deliver better in upcoming games. Famara Fofana, Grts.
The Minister of Sports has handed over the keys to 2 brand new vehicles to institutions under his ministry, a 25-seater minibus for the Gambia Football Association and a pickup for the National Youth Service Scheme were donated by the President. More on that in this report.
Just days after taking delivery of the keys to a brand new 25-seater minibus and a 4x4 pickup truck from President Jammeh, the Minister of Youth and Sports has handed over the vehicles to the beneficiary institutions under his purview. Aliu K. Jammeh presided over the handing over of the 2 vehicles, which were donated by President Jammeh to help ease the transportation constraints faced by the beneficiaries.
We are here to deliver the 2 vehicles, one to the Gambia Football Association Normalization Committee for the under-17 female football team, and the other one for the National Youth Service Scheme for the purpose of their farms, the monitoring of their farms. We have 3 farms across the country, one in the West Coast region in Nyanebere, another one in Sapo, CRR, another one in North Bank at Charmaine.
The National Youth Service Scheme Executive Director, Nuha Jammeh, who took delivery of the keys to the pickup, was thankful to the Gambian leader. He was delighted the Toyota pickup will greatly help in monitoring the NYSS farms across the country, where a core of NYSS corps are honing their skills in agricultural production.
Our farms are located at different places, as mentioned by Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Nyanibere, Charmaine, and Sapo. These are far away from our headquarters in Bakau here. Now that the vehicle is available at our disposal, we would like to assure the Honorable Minister and His Excellency as well that we will monitor our young people who are actively engaged in various aspects of agricultural endeavors.
Omar C., the Vice Chairperson of the Gambia Football Association Normalizing Committee, equally thanked the Gambian leader for the invaluable support he has given to Gambian sports, most especially football. The 25-seater minibus, he said, will enhance the easy movement of the female Scorpions players.
Whether it's in football or in basketball or in farming, if you try, there is a benefit and a reward. So we thank him, Mr. Minister, and please extend our sincere gratitude to him. Of course, we would also like to thank you personally, because since you've taken office, we've seen the huge strides that have been made in all areas and branches of your ministry.
Both Umar C. and Nuha Jammeh promised to ensure the proper maintenance of the vehicles, something the Youth and Sports Minister was greatly concerned with.
I hope in 10 years down the road we will come here and find these vehicles serving the